Michael Jordan, The Mindset of a Legend, B1 Level Listening Text, Introduction. The Man Who Never Gave Up. Welcome to this audio story. Today, we are going to talk about one of the greatest athletes in history, Michael Jordan. When you hear his name, you probably think of victory, gold medals, and amazing basketball skills. But Jordan's story is not just about winning. It is a story about failure, hard work, and an unbreakable mentality. It is a story about a man who simply refused to give up. Part 1. The Boy Who Was Not Tall Enough. Michael Jordan was born in Brooklyn, New York, but he grew up in North Carolina. As a child, he loved sports, especially baseball and basketball. He was very competitive, even with his older brother, Larry. In 1978, when Michael was a 15-year-old high school student, something happened that changed his life forever. He tried to join the school's varsity basketball team. He waited for the list of selected players on the wall. When he looked at the list, his name was not there. The coach thought Michael was too short. He was only 1.80 meters at the time, and chose another taller player instead. Michael went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He felt like a failure. Most teenagers would stop playing basketball after this. But Michael was different. He decided to use this disappointment as fuel. He spent hours every day practicing on the court, shooting the ball, and improving his skills. By the next year, he grew taller and worked harder than anyone else. He finally made the team and became its star player. This was his first big lesson. Failure can either stop you, or it can make you stronger. Part 2. College and the Jump to the NBA. Because of his hard work in high school, Michael received a scholarship to the University of North Carolina. In 1982, during the national championship game, Michael did something incredible. With only a few seconds left on the clock, he made the winning shot. That moment showed the world that he could perform under pressure. In 1984, Jordan left college to join the NBA. He was drafted by the Chicago Bulls. At that time, the Chicago Bulls were not a successful team. They lost many games, and the stadium was usually half empty. But when Jordan arrived, everything changed. With his incredible energy, high jumps, and passion, he turned the Bulls into a team that everyone wanted to watch. He won the Rookie of the Year award, which means he was the best new player in the league. Part 3. The Wall of Bad Boy Pistons. Even though Michael was the best individual player, basketball is a team sport. In the late 1980s, Jordan and the Bulls faced a giant wall, the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons were a tough, physical team. They created a special defensive strategy called the Jordan rules. Every time Michael tried to jump or go to the basket, 3 or 4 players would physically stop him, sometimes knocking him to the floor. For 3 years in a row, the Detroit Pistons eliminated the Chicago Bulls from the playoffs. It was painful. People started to doubt Jordan. They said, he is a great scorer, but he can never win a championship. Did Jordan quit? No. He went back to the gym. He lifted weights to make his body stronger so he could survive the physical hits. He also learned to trust his teammates more. Finally, in 1991, Jordan and the Bulls defeated the Pistons and went on to win their first ever NBA championship. After that, they won 2 more championships in 1992 and 1993. Jordan was at the top of the world. Part 4. Tragedy and the Baseball Experiment. In 1993, at the peak of his career, tragedy struck. Michael's father, James Jordan, was murdered. James was Michael's best friend and his biggest supporter. Michael was completely heartbroken. Basketball did not feel important to him anymore. To honor his father's dream, Michael shocked the world and retired from basketball to play professional baseball. He played in the minor leagues. He was not very good at baseball at first. He struggled and faced a lot of criticism from the media. But he worked just as hard as he did in basketball, waking up early every morning to practice. This period showed his true character. He was not afraid to look like a beginner because he respected the process of learning. Part 5. I'm Back and the Second Three-Peat. In March 1995, Jordan realized his true home was the basketball court. He sent a famous 2-word press release to the media, I'm back. When he returned to the Chicago Bulls, he wore the number 45 instead of his legendary number 23. That year, the Bulls lost in the playoffs. Critics said, "Jordan is old, he lost his jump." Jordan took that personally. He spent the entire summer training like a maniac. He took back his number 23. What followed was legendary. From 1996 to 1998, Jordan led the Bulls to 3 more consecutive NBA championships. His final game with the Bulls in 1998 is unforgettable. He stole the ball and made the final, winning shot with 5 seconds left on the clock. It was the perfect ending to a perfect story. Conclusion: the secret to success. Michael Jordan retired for the final time in 2003. Today, he is a billionaire, a businessman, and a global icon. Jordan once said a very famous quote about his life. "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. 26 times, I have been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Michael Jordan's life teaches us that success is not the absence of failure. Success is the ability to move from one failure to another without losing your enthusiasm. When life cuts you from the team, or when you miss the winning shot, remember Michael Jordan. Keep practicing, keep fighting, and never give up on your dreams.